Hey, so check this out. I want to show you something really cool that you can do with your forms to get more and better leads. We're going to talk about the two-step form. Now, at Rocket Forms, we're all about building these high-converting, multi-step interactive forms that sometimes have 4, 6, 10, 15 plus steps. But we rarely talk about the two-step form. So the two-step form is just a simple opt-in form that leads into another step to get some information. So I'm in the Rocket Forms dashboard. This all has fake data because I don't want to show customer data in here with privacy and all that stuff that's happening nowadays. So I'm going to create a simple single-step form. So I'm opening up the templates. Let's go to single-step forms. And I'm going to set up this embedded single-step form. So I'll hit choose, and actually looks like this isn't embedded, so I'll switch it over to embedded, hit save. I'm doing this off the cuff, so bear with me here as I work through some things. So we have our form here, and the way it's set up right now is someone sees the form, they put their information into, maybe you're like doing lead gen for an ebook or PDF or something. They give you their information, they hit get the guide, and then it takes them to like a thank you step like this, or it could even redirect to a thank you page. Now, let's say you want to get some more information before they see the thank you page, but still collect their contact information on the first step. So that's what I'm going to show you how to do with a simple two-step form. Let's just preview this so you can see how it looks. So hit preview, click here to demo. All right, so here's the form. So let's just say I put in some information, and then tom@gmail.com, hit the guide, and then like I said, it hits the thank you step that says thanks, and then all the follow-up then happens later. So maybe you want to try to pre-qualify this person a bit more. So we're going to do this with another step. Typically, I like to put the step before I get their information, but we're going to do something a bit different and get their information first, then add in the second step. So let me quickly show you how to do that. So I'm jumping back into Rocket Forms. So we're going to say that we're going to pretend that we're a marketing agency. We're generating leads. Let's pretend the guide is something like how to get more and better leads for your business. And this is going to be ultimately like a two-step process. The first step is to get the lead with the guide. The second step will be to follow up and ultimately sell people on maybe some sort of marketing service or something like that. So one simple question that we may want to pre-qualify on is, are you currently working with a marketing agency? So let's just make that the simple question. Like I said, I didn't think this through too much. I just want to show you like how you can kind of pre-qualify people a bit more with this two-step form setup. So I'm going to create a new step, and then there's these different step types you can choose. It'll be a question step. So I just want the person to come in and like hit a button. That's going to be like yes or no, a yes or no type of response. And then working with agency, I'll call it the step name. And then, so for the question text, we'll say, are you currently working with an agency? With, and then we'll just click to choose. So just a nice little like message here that tells them to click to choose, and then save the step. So the step has been created. I just need to add in some responses, and if we come down here, we can see the step right here, working with agency. We're going to have to connect it, but let's come up with the responses first. So the first response will be yes. Pretty simple. We'll connect this to the thank you message, and then no. Again, simple, connected to the thank you message. So, are you currently working with an agency? Click to choose yes or no. So that's set up, and it even is connected to the thank you step. So now let's come back in to the entry step, the very first step in the form, and we are going to connect this. If I can click into it, there we go. So we are going to connect this with that step that we just created, and it's super simple. I'll hit select a target step, and make this target step working with an agency, and then just hit save. So let's take a bird's eye view of our form here. So now we have this two-step form. I mean, I guess it's technically 3 steps, but no one really thinks of like the thank you message as a step. So I'm calling it a two-step form. So here's how it looks from a high level. They hit the contact form, they hit the, and then once they submit that form, they're presented another question that kind of pre-qualifies them, and then they hit the thank you step. So the other important thing to do here too is we want to make sure we still get the lead even if they bail out on this second step. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to pop on over into form settings, and I'm going to turn on drop off mode. So drop off mode essentially will allow us to collect the lead information in the event that the person submits the first step and abandons the form or doesn't continue, like maybe, I don't know, their dog started barking and they got distracted, their phone rang, and they didn't complete the step. So we're definitely we still want to get that lead. So we're going to turn drop off mode on here and hit save. So now let's preview how this works. So this is all set up, and this took me, what, like 5 minutes, 10 minutes? Probably would have been faster if I didn't mess up a couple of times. So enter your information to get the guide. Remember, in this fictitious example, we're giving away a PDF or a web class on something on how to get more and better leads. Maybe like how to get more and better leads using Facebook without spending a fortune or something. So tom@gmail.com, a great fictitious email address. So they put this information in, they're on your landing page, they hit get the guide, and then bam, there we go. We have that second step to pre-qualify the lead. Are you currently working with an agency? Yes or no? Well, maybe they hit yes, and then that gets pushed into your lead notification, and you know, hey, this could be a good potential lead for me that I can work with. Or maybe they hit no. Um, Actually, I said that wrong. If they hit yes, then you would know that maybe they wouldn't be a good person for you to work with, because they already have an agency. Unless they're not happy with their agency, then you could follow up with them about that. You could send them a message like, hey, are you happy with your agency? Are you looking for somebody new? But if they hit no, then you know, well, maybe this is someone that I should focus on right now because maybe they need some help. So I'm going to hit no, and then there's a thank you message. So that's how you turn a single step form into a two-step form that can get you more leads. You can even continue to build on top of this and build out more steps. Now, like I said, we typically put the first step before we get their information. So I like to do it a bit like this, where um, this step would be the entry step. So this would be the first step, and then it would lead to the contact form like this, and then the contact form would lead to the thank you message like that. So then my favorite way to do it is like this. I like to start out with a simple question, usually a yes or no question, and then lead into the contact form. But again, I know a lot of people like to use the contact form, especially if you're doing like the simple lead gen type of stuff where you're just trying to capture some basic information in exchange for a guide or a webinar or a web class like that. So definitely try this out. It's pretty cool. If you have any questions, just shoot me a message.